Hi, I'm Jeremy, and this is episode 12 of the One Auto Talking Tune Show. You'll notice that I don't have Dan with me today, but I do have a piston and connecting rod in his place. In today's episode, we're going to talk about Chevelles, Camaros, Bel Airs, Mustangs, and Grand Nationals, so stick around. Do you ever find yourself looking at some old cars and you don't know exactly what year it is? The 55 and 56 Chevy or the 71, 72 Chevelle, they look really similar, they share the same body panels, but there are some subtle differences to tell the difference. And today I'm going to show you how to tell the difference so you can show off to your friends and family. So let's start with the 55, 56, and 57 Chevy. They all are similar body styles. 57 is pretty easy to tell the difference because it has the giant triangle down the backside of it. But 55 and 56 are very similar in looks. So the easiest way to tell the difference between a 55 and 56 is the grille and the taillights. So at the front of the car, the 55 Chevy has a grille that sits between the parking lights. It doesn't extend onto the fenders itself. The 56, on the other hand, does have a grille that actually wraps around onto the fenders, and the parking lights are built into it. Now on the back side of the car, a 55 Chevy has shorter taillights. They're kind of on the tops of the rear quarter panels, and it's one single lens that has the red and the white colors in it, where a 56 has taller taillights and the red lens actually protrudes from the taillight itself. So those are the easiest ways to tell the difference between 55 and 56. You know, they share a lot of the same body parts, but the taillights and the grille, very different. So that's an easy way to spot the 55 and 56 and 57 differences. Next one is a 67, 68, and 69 Camaro. Now 69 Camaro is sort of the same as a 57 Chevy, where you see it and you know it's a 69 when you see it because it has slightly different wheel openings. They're kind of extended more than the 67 and 68. They're kind of flat on the top of the wheel openings. The front grille on a 69 is very different than a 67 and 68 because the 69 has the parking lights in the valance instead of the grille, where the 67 and 68, the parking lights are in the grille. Now the 67 and 68 are so similar though, share the same body panels, similar doors. The vent windows are only in the 67. So if you look at the doors of 67, you're going to find the vent windows in the front corners of the doors. On the front of the car, you'll notice the 67 has round parking lights in the grille itself, whereas 68 has the parking lights in the grille, but they're rectangle. Now on the back of the car, 67 and 68 are pretty similar. 69 is very different than those two. 69 has 3 rectangle blocks for each taillight, whereas 67 and 68 has 2 on each side. So those are the easy differences between 67, 68, and 69 Camaro. The next car we're going to talk about is the 69 and 70 Mustang. Now, these cars look very similar overall, but they do have differences, much like the Bel Air. The 69 has 4 headlights, and it also has parking lights built into the valance of the front of the car. The 70, on the other hand, only has 2 headlights, and the parking lights are built into the fenders themselves. On the side of the car, a 69 has the scoops, which everybody loves. On the 70, you lose those scoops. So those are the 2 easiest ways to note a 69 versus 70 Mustang. Now, there's also Chevelles. Chevelles are one of my favorite cars, but I always find it difficult to figure out whether it's a 70 or 71 or 72. Now, the easiest way to tell the difference is the front of the car. A 70 has the dual headlights on each side. A 71 and 72 both have single headlights on each side. So they look very similar to each other. 71 has parking lights in the corners of the front fenders that have a horizontal split in between them, whereas 72 is one single parking light on the front corner of the fender. On the back of the car, 70 has rectangle-ish taillights built into the bumper itself, where 71 and 72 have round taillights built into the bumper. I personally like the look of the 71 and 72 bumper, and I like the headlights of the 70. If you could mix those together, which you can by the way, that makes an ideal Chevelle in my opinion. The next on the list is an 86 and 87 Grand National. They look very similar overall, but the production numbers are very different. So in 1986, they only made 7,896 Grand Nationals. In 1987, they made 27,590 Grand Nationals. So you're about 3 times more likely to see an 87 than an 86 model. And the only real difference externally from one another between these two cars is the grille itself. The grille on an 86 has chrome trim around the edge of the exterior of it, where an 87 is an all-black grille. Now you can't talk about Grand Nationals without talking about GNX, but they only made 547 of those, so the chances of you seeing one, pretty slim, unfortunately, because they're beautiful cars. I personally have never even seen one. I've seen pictures of them, never seen one in real life. So that's your old car spotter's guide for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, please share it. And I guess that wraps up episode 12 for today. So be sure to like us on Facebook, send us a tweet, email us your questions, and we will try and answer them on video. So we'll see you next time.